Hello, how you doing this morning? Welcome to Christian-budo Talk. I'll be reading Tuan Fu, Styling, Guarding with Self-Defense, the Relief of Vexation or Injustice, in Burdens, the Vessel, the Speed of Control, the Input and Output of Technique. Speed Family Yodo Shine, the Touch of Fate, the Twinkle in or of Tuan Fu, the ability, the religionist mind power, adjust, thrust, concilius, realtius, radius, confines, of prayer warrior, the destruction or fighting, marriage or divorce, kingly, annual, the wisdom of switching self-defense, planning it powerfully, and using it in the choice to overcome. Challenge, predestiny, character flaws within, from around you, and intimidations to challenge. 1. We all have giants we must face individually. 2. Find your battlefield and take a stand courageously. 3. Rely on God's resources to fight your enemies. 4. Have confidence in God-given capabilities. 5. Believe in God's goodness and sovereignty. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to about 40 different average cases. These cases are with Daniel's prophecy. Would like to take this year to read Daniel's prophecy. If you could take it up for me, it'd be good. If there's a different stress holding up the Bible and reading it for so long. But however, Daniel's prophecy is a great book. We're still against the aeronaut and how bad it really is. So, the environment with others in this court dominion versus Jesus' will. The out-of-jail path of as body-to-body contact and equal sex for release because of its portions. The titles of how long, false corporates towards justice, and the victim of death. The morals in captive life environments as male or female. The verses to have moral support and court order and or jail with equal sex for release as heavenly saved mortal support, eternal lives with orderly condemn. The environment with orders in court dominion versus Jesus' will versus the out of jail path at body to body contact and equal sex for release in its portions. The titles of how long false corporates toward justice and the victim of death. The morals in captive life environments as male or female. The verses to have moral support and court order and or jail with equal sex for release as heavenly saved mortals of eternal lives within orderly condemned all. Trial of fable mankind at the pressures of daily crisis. Those murderers and isolated times along with its wicked survival, the provided wide void in trials of city service, dominion justice, along with the lifted removing of mankind's fable interaction, of female fable for this state judgment in daily crisis. Dr. Median, Godspeed. For third ounce to have a deceitful march, the arrow of stress going into, from, before, and after, in such and such, of the debased mind, harlots, whoredom, seducers, scarlet war, false priests, incest, genocide, wanton of slothful, and pledged cults, and sex, as in trial, increase towards condemn these in case. Those who profess gossip, quick feeds of seals grace, condemn any professing gossip. Cultures of the nerd intellect, racist, useless television watching, LSD cultures, the Soviet Q cultures, anti-healthy sexual, homosexuals, methamphetamine addicts, heroin addicts, for throwdowns to have deceitful mark, the throwdown of stress going into, from before and after, such as the debased mind, harlots, whoredoms, seducers, scarlet whores, false priests, incest, genocide, wanton slothful, deep-pledged cults, and sex, as in trial, increase towards condemned these in case, backbiters, robbering, hookers, and prostitutes. The trial of fable mankind at the pressure of daily crisis. The provided wise void in trials of city service, dominion versus justice. The correction of justice from capable inhabitants, the lifted, removing of interaction with mankind's fable. Additions of unwanted loss and freight become removed to this retrial, an active of knowledge in the pooling or pools of hairs. As a justice of change in 1 week, a 1 week change or condemning of those in tide, these funding of adult and challenges hereto, divorce settlements, elect, inheritance, incorporation settlements, to defense as justice, third out victims and flaggings, alcoholics in the break of prosure blackouts, work of sewn in task, removing cess murderers, and at least as wantons in working things, its prideful cuff and wanton found guilty in justice, condemning these in defense, within 10 years of prison from 13 to age 30, relief of pressures, the veil and righteous conscience that I own as a victim, as this power of mortify, held between sinners, its wanton toward justice, those whom wrong hereto become stopped, those whom wrong hereto become stopped, as the changes of the breath of life encourage mind to accompany thee in adjusting abstinence is creed of useful, wise, overcoming power. I'm going to come back for the other 30. Thank you.